What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another review. Today we're doing Boruto 201 review, and oh boy, do we have things to talk about today. I'll try my best to keep it short, but there's quite a lot of information. And actually, you know what? At least in my book, this is the conclusion to the Kawaki arc. What does this mean? That you're going to have the Kawaki arc review later this week, or maybe the next one. I'm not sure. So stay tuned for that, and without further ado, let's go ahead and start the review. So if you're new, basically I do these Boruto reviews comparing the episode that the anime aired and the manga chapter that it's supposed to be adapted. This is basically what I do, and now I'm planning on doing different reviews and things for new series. But today we're talking about Boruto Greatness, Boruto Sunday, and we had chapter 201. This episode covered chapter 35 of the manga, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time that we actually had not a complete chapter adapted into an episode. Like normally we adapt a whole chapter with things added, or two chapters, or one chapter and a half. But I think this is the first time that we don't cover the whole chapter 35. So that's really interesting. So yeah, we basically start adapting chapter 35 from where we left last episode, which is going to be the Kurama and Kawaki interaction, which it was done really well. Basically the whole dialogue is almost the same. I cannot find a major difference, so let me know in the comments if you find one. But yeah, basically the dialogue is the same, maybe some words, some sentences added here and there in the anime to make it feel longer, because it was actually almost half of the episode. And we see like Kawaki crying because Kurama tells him that Naruto was the same as him, like he was rejected by the village. He had this power that he didn't even ask for, and this power was causing him trouble. This power was making him harm his loved ones and stuff like that. Same as Kawaki with the karma, that they didn't want that power but they had it and stuff like that. So this is a nice parallelism between Kawaki's and Naruto's character. Kurama keeps telling Kawaki like, but you know what, Naruto just kept making friends, and that's what made him stronger, even though he was rejected by the village, even though he was hated, even though me myself Kurama was making trouble for him. He still kept going. He still kept working really hard, and look at where he is today. That's basically the summary of the whole dialogue, and Kawaki is just like really sad. And yeah, Kurama tells Kawaki like, even though you're still been making progress, your heart still has a hole in it. And that is like another parallelism with the base that he's trying to fix. Yeah, that base is going to be like the equivalent to the little swing that Naruto had. The base is going to be to Kawaki what the swing was to Naruto, basically. And yeah, really nice dialogue, really wholesome moment. I think the anime did it amazingly with the adaptation of this scene, of this dialogue between Kawaki and Kurama. And after that we jump to the training, like the chakra training, him trying to climb the tree, which remind me a lot of the first training we had with Sasuke, Naruto, and Kakashi in the Sabusa and Haku arc, when they're trying to climb the tree and everything. This gives me a lot of throwback vibes, which was really nice. And we see Kawaki just being a prodigy, just controlling chakras, even though it's his first time using it, like it's nothing. He's able to climb the tree really easily, and this is just amazing. Now we see Mitsuki and Sarada talking like, oh man, Naruto is just more focused on Kawaki. We know that Sarada looks up to Naruto, and she's kind of jealous. Natural. And Mitsuki is like, don't worry, it's just only natural, because to Naruto everybody in the village is his family, and he's going to look after every single one of them, which is true. And some important difference here between the manga and the anime is that the fact that the one that is with Sarada in the manga is Chocho, and in the anime it's Mitsuki. It makes a whole lot more of sense to have Mitsuki there, because he's part of the Team 7. I mean, we know that Chocho technically is Sarada's best friend, but everybody hates Chocho, and apparently the director of the anime and the anime people in the studio period knows this, and they say, you know what, we're just going to remove Chocho. She's hated by everyone. Probably they hate her too, I don't know. I don't really rock with Chocho. To me, she's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And her episodes were really no. So Really good decision. Also, we saw this in the last episode when they're with the cards. In the manga, Chocho is there just fangirling over Kawaki, and they decided to remove it. Really nice, really good decision, Pierrot. And so far so good with the adaptation, but from this point onward, we're going to have some major differences in how they're going to tell the story, because in the anime we jump straight into the scene where the whole Team 7 plus Kawaki plus Naruto are talking and just discussing about karma, and in the manga we have the scene between Shikamaru and Sai. I'll go back to that scene between Shikamaru and Sai later. Now let's talk about the scene with all the Team 7 and Naruto, in which they are discussing about the karma, like, are you still feeling pain, are you not? And basically they are just discussing, like, you know what, we need to train even harder because the Kara is coming, we need to be prepared and everything. And we have one really wholesome moment between Boruto and Kawaki when it's when Boruto just gives him like a bro fist in the chest and says, we're going to take down Kawaki together, brother. And this just shows you that the development between those two has gone off, like, it's been really good. And this also leaves me thinking, like, what the hell is going to happen between these two to go from brothers to hitting each other to the death? Or, well, I don't know, because in that scene, the opening scene, it doesn't look like they really hate each other. It just looks like they're having an argument. But still, to destroy the whole Leaf Village, well, at least that's what it's implied, that they destroyed the whole Leaf Village fighting, and that Kawaki did something to Naruto. We don't still really know what the hell happened. We don't know what the hell is going to happen to lead us to that. And I, as a manga reader, trust me, I don't really know. Nobody knows for sure. There are a lot of theories, like this could happen, blah 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 blah, but nothing certain. So that's really rubbing me the wrong way. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. And in the manga, we had the scene with Shikamaru and Sai, and we had some scenes that not going to talk about yet, because we're going to see them next episode. And also another difference that I almost forgot is the fact that in the dialogue between Team 7, Kawaki and Naruto, the anime didn't put one interesting detail that the manga has. You'll be seeing the panel right now, which is Mitsuki talking about the Byakugo seal, the one that Sakura has, and saying that Orochimaru told him that there are still a lot of mysteries in this world that we don't know about, such as the origin of the Byakugo seal. And Sarada just says, I'm going to ask my mom, Sakura, about it, maybe she knows. And they imply in the manga that maybe the Byakugo seal and the Karma seal are somewhat connected. The anime doesn't show this. I don't know why, possibly because, you know, the anime, the studio, and the authors of the manga, probably they have some of these meetings and say, you know what, we did this here in the manga, but probably we're not going to use it anymore, or it's going to be really further later on in the story, so maybe you don't have the need to put it right now and stuff like that. We don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think it was going to be an interesting plot twist, like those two seals are kind of related and they're maybe go way back in the story. I don't know, but if they didn't put it, it's one of two options: because the manga is not going to use this plot point anymore, or because it's still way too far away in the story and the anime doesn't have the need to put it in right now. Yeah, after that wholesome scene with Kawaki and Boruto, we have a little bit of training with Sarada, with her Chidori. I don't know what the hell was that darkness, Sarada. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with that. Maybe they'll make a little Sarada character arc, something like that. Something they're probably setting up something like that in the future, which is really good. I appreciate it, because we need a little break. We need to stop a little with the manga adaptation. It's been amazing, it's been wonderful, but we don't have enough manga to keep going like this. So we need a little break. We need a little more development for the characters, especially for the Kara characters, and maybe Sarada and a little bit of Mitsuki. It'll be greatly appreciated. And I think that's what they're doing with that little scene in which we see Sarada without eyes punching herself. I don't know, man. It's cool. I'm interested in it. Let's see how this goes. And then we have another difference between the manga and the anime, because the scene between Shikamaru and Sai in the manga happens at the same place, a time and place when we are seeing Kawaki training with Naruto. Like Sai is just looking at him, analyzing him, observing, and Shikamaru comes and dialogue is the same. Oh, I still don't trust Kawaki. What do you think, Sai? And Sai is like, yeah, Naruto is naive, but Kawaki, at least for now, doesn't show any threat to the village. It doesn't look like he's aligned with Kara as an undercover agent trying to destroy the Leaf Village. But Shikamaru, I mean, I do understand him because it's his job to be a little more harsh, to have his head a little bit more cold, right? To think things more rationally. Also, that's his character. And he still doesn't trust Kawaki, which is understandable, but I mean, do you really think that Kawaki is going to be a threat having Naruto and Sasuke in the village? No, like, Kawaki won't do a thing to Naruto and Sasuke. Maybe providing intel to Kara, but come on, Shikamaru, you're seeing the boy, you see that he's been traumatized, we have seen what he has gone through. Ease up a little, chill a little, but I do understand where he's coming from. But yeah, that dialogue in the anime takes place in the office, like Shikamaru's office, and in the manga it takes place in that little training field or that park in which Kawaki and Naruto are training, which is not a major difference, but it's something worth noting. That's what we do in these reviews. And to close the episode and leave us with an amazingly big cliffhanger, we have that conversation between Sai and Shikamaru leading up to we send Sasuke to investigate a location that we have found about Kara. We know that Jigen is their leader and Sasuke is there investigating, and this is where we have this when Sasuke arrives to that location, which probably is another dimension. He sees all the writings on the wall, like what the hell is this? This scene takes place before the scene between Mitsuki and Naruto and Team 7 walking, and it's basically the same. Sasuke is there, arrives at that platform, and they cut a lot of stuff because that is going to be seen in the next episode. We just basically see Sasuke arriving to the location and we see the writings on the wall behind him. I don't know what the hell are those writings. Manga readers know, anime onlys, oh my god, you're in for a ride. So basically that was the review for you anime onlys. Really nice episode. You're completely in for a ride. Later next week it's going to, oh my god, I'm dying to see it animated. I watched the preview. It looks really good. It looks really good. And the episode obviously closes with Boro with his cult and whatever. He's trying to redo the Infinite Tsukuyomi, and that's really interesting. I have my theory. You'll be seeing it in another video that I'm going to make separate to have time to explain my theory a little bit more. But yeah, this was the review. Thank you a lot for watching. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. This will help me out a lot. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being almost 400 subscribers. I appreciate it a lot. Let me know your theories in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video, share it, and as always, it's been a pleasure. Take care and see you later. Bye bye.